Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coast-to-Coast Combat Hour. I'm your host, Matthew Hawkins, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Ed Carbajal, and on a weekly basis, we plan to bring you the biggest news and interviews in the world of combat sports. This week, we're again joined by a friend of the show and a personal friend of mine, Virgil Zwicker, as again, the man prepares to travel across the world to to battle in foreign countries. So, Virgil, welcome back.
Good. How you guys doing, man? Good, good. Thank you for having me again. Always great to be on the show.
Thanks for coming back, man. I'm glad to have you. So, what's the latest, man? You got a fight booked? You got a fight booked in Botslavia or wherever the hell it is?
Slovakia, yeah. I think that's the city where, but it's right there, the heart of Europe, man. It's gonna be exciting. I get to go to two different countries I've never been to, so Austria and then of course Slovakia. Been excited for this one. I mean, I got it kind of like a last minute call. I think I'm replacing some guy that got hurt. I can't remember his name, but yeah, man, Atilla Vegh is a tough guy. I think I remember him in Bellator. We actually fought on the same card of him. I'm pretty sure I did, but tough matchup. First time going back down to 205 in probably about 4 years. So I've been for an opportunity just to really dig deep to go down back to 205. I really like fighting at heavyweight. I love my food, so it had to be a good opportunity and a good fight for me to do it. So this is exactly perfect matchup and good opportunity.
You broke up a tad there, but for the fans listening, your bout is against Atilla Vegh, former, I think he was the inaugural light heavyweight. Actually, I don't think he was. I think Impumba was the
tournament,
initial. But he was a tournament champion. I think he eventually became the full-time light heavyweight champion for Bellator. It's Atilla Vegh again. So you said you're going down to 205 for the first time in several years. When I talked to you yesterday, you said you're about at 215. You hanging in there with your weight, or you is it going to be photo finish?
I'm hoping to be as low as I can be before I get on that plane. I always like to enjoy some food over there in these foreign countries. So I want to make sure I'm down. I actually I kind of started just really kind of just keeping my weight down throughout after my last fight with Ivan Jongic, and then I was kind of already like 232, 233. Then I just started just training, been in the gym. I haven't running my own gym over there in the res. It just kind of worked out that way where I was constantly just working out and then running, and then my weight always fluctuates, always go up and down. But really, I was kind of solid 225, and then I got the phone call, so I've been really just trying to kick ass and keep myself. At least I was, like I said the other day, I was 215. Today I think I woke up around 216. Like I said, I fluctuate throughout the day. I'm hoping to wake up tomorrow a little bit lighter than I was today, and then get on that plane at least 4 or 5 pounds over. I hate cutting weight, so.
But the food when you go overseas, I mean, all the competitors that I've talked to that go overseas to travel, I mean, food outside, I mean, it's just healthier outside of the U.S. There's less garbage in it, so isn't it easier to burn off, or maybe you don't put on as much? I mean, I've had friends. Actually, one of my buddies in the U.K., Trevor Birmingham, he's competing on the undercard of the Polaris thing this weekend, and I mean, he's actually really good. He's actually really good about weight. He doesn't try too hard to cut it. So I mean, I'm just thinking it just might be better quality food over there. No,
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, I know like in Russia and Chechnya. I mean, every time they serve you with something, they give you something healthy. Cucumbers, tomatoes. I mean, everything was always really flavorful and healthy. It meant like breakfast is always nothing but eggs and some good food over there. But yeah, I think you're right. I mean, for me, I don't know, just the way my body is and the way I always like to be, because I know when I fly, my feet get swollen, my legs get swollen, and I only have a few days to really get that out of my system. So usually when I land, I always try to get a good run in, but I know I'll be running against the time anyways, because I think I fly out fight week. So I'd rather just be more closer to the weight than normal. And I think a lot of European guys do walk around their fight weight,
Yeah, I mean, obviously the cutting weight thing is a pain in the ass, especially later in your career when and you've been at heavyweight. But it's got to be kind of nice to know that you're not going to walk into a situation like you did, about a year ago when you show up and they give you a guy who's like 340 pounds.
Yeah, that guy was no joke. That was I was supposed to fight a guy who they told me he was 232 pounds, and that was just one of those situations where when you see him, he doesn't look that big, but then on the pig, then you run to him you're like, this is not the guy I'm fighting. And that's happened to me a few times, but you know me, I don't shy away from fighting. Anytime I want to get it, let's get it. And I don't care how big they are, I'll really try to get it. That guy's just a really good fighter also, but I just didn't expect him to be as much of a brute that he was.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I was saying. You know, you get to this is more of a you know, sanctioned bout in a sense where at least I don't know how transparent their weight. You know, is it like a public weigh-in? I mean, do you see the other guy's scale when you go to these foreign countries for some of these events, or is it just kind of are you trusting the word of the promoter telling you that the guy made weight?
No, this last in Havrask, that show was an amazing show. It was a big, beautiful, amazing show. That thing was legit. Even the platform, that's a really good show. They have that on. They broadcast it. I think that one was just a little bit more opportunity for their guy to shine, and that was okay with it. I mean, we did 2 different weigh-ins because he used 2 different scales, and I think the one that when we initially did it, when I heard kilograms and I heard the weight, I think it was like 114 kilograms. I was like, wait, what? I'm like 99. I know that's like 225. I mean, how the heck is it? So when I heard that, I knew right away. So I Googled it and like, wait, this guy's 322 pounds. How's this guy going to try to fight me? But, almost fly over there. It's almost too late to back out. So kind of just went with the thing. And even Alexander Emelianenko, I mean, when we weighed in and everything, I know he was just barely like maybe a pound over, but it looked like he's freaking on all kinds of stuff. But he's a big dude. They're all big guys. Their shows over there are amazing. I love fighting over there in Russia. I love fighting over there in overseas, and I've had a lot of awesome experiences with those promoters and promotions. So I've actually enjoyed being able to be the underdog everywhere I go, especially most teams lately going over to the Wolves with these hometown heroes.
So these guys, the promotion that you're going over there for this time, it's Oktagon, right? That's not where you fought last time, is it?
Yeah, Oktagon MMA.
And so far, business is it through the same promoters, like they know each other, or I know you said they called you as a replacement for last minute, but I mean, how much time does that give you really to prepare for a guy like Vegh? I know you know him from Bellator, but I mean, obviously, people, there's been some time since you guys were both there.
Yeah, I actually took this fight 8 days ago, so
oh wow,
I've been really like just kind of. I've already been pretty much. It was already training all the time, every day. But when you get to fight name and fight camp like that, we're just kind of comes last minute. And I have a lot of personal issues that I've been dealing with. For me, it was just like a match made in heaven. Just the opportunity for me just to focus and put all my hard work into all my energy, all my negative energy, everything I have going on with me around me into the fight. So I actually really enjoyed it. I jumped on the opportunity once they called, and they my name over in Europe is just kind of going around right now. I mean, I think these promoters know what kind of a guy I am and what kind of fight they're going to get out of me. So I'm never going to back down. I'm always going to shy, win, lose, or draw. I'm not a sore loser, and for me, I got still a lot of growth to go and a lot of fights to go. I just got to get that right matchup, and I think this is a good opportunity for me, even though I know he's been in camp for a while and he's looking good. He's always been. I mean, he's been a tough guy all the time. So a good experience for me to go over there and test myself with everything to deal with, and at the same time, I'm hoping I get to shine for my kids and everything that I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah, training is always a good way to stay focused and not let your mind go the wrong way when you're going through stuff. So I guess when stuff happens, it happens. But I'm glad you got something to keep your mind distracted and focused. That's one thing martial arts never gets a good knock for.
Yeah, you guys are breaking right there. I think I don't know if I missed. For me, that's kind of what got me and saved me in my beginning. When I first got out of prison back in 2005, I had no outlet, for my issues that I had dealing with as a young man. And I think for what mixed martial arts that gave me the platform that I wanted to do and be able to travel the world, meet all these wonderful people that I have because of this organization, definitely blessed. But I know with this is something I've never had to deal with, in my life. I've seen a lot of my family, friends, people that I trusted and really kind of, you can't really put expectations. Just I've been heartbroken, and of course, like you said, it's so easy just to go negative and do these ugly things. What everybody, from my perspective, and where I live out in the small New area here, I mean, everybody talks everybody's business, so disheartening, but at the same time, I am who I am, and I'm never shied away from what I am and what I do. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and most of the time people do got to say or whatever, it's because of what my actions. So, they could, for me, I just got a lot to prove to myself more than anything. Stay. So like you said, it's an awesome outlet for me to go ahead and get rid of those regrets and resentments. Tough guy off to come kick my butt. So
you're breaking up a little bit toward the end there.
Yeah, you guys were too. I don't know if it's. Let me take.
I don't know if we.
Hello. Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Way better, huh?
Yeah, I lost the end of what you said there, though. You said about.
It's just awesome, like, to be able to have this outlet, like you said earlier about in the beginning. About, for me, I know, like, that's like, I know no matter what, I can't let my emotions get involved, because it's still going to be a fight against a professional beast, and as much as I'm going through, and as much as I know I want to be able to just go in there and let all this out. That's not the real outlet for me. So I know he's a pro. He's been training ready for this camp, and I know at the same time I got to be methodical, and at the same time use my heart and my mind and my spirit too. At the same time, and fight for the win. I'm not in there just to lose and take the short crummy fight just to do that. So I like the matchup. I like the opportunity to go in his hometown and quiet the crowd.
Is it a title fight, or is it a 3-round fight, or is it either one?
It was going to be a title fight initially, but I didn't, for me, like I said, I took the fight on a 2-week notice, to where now I just wanted to, I think it's going to be a good opportunity either way, just because it's win, lose, or draw. If I put on a good show, I'm already guaranteed, a couple more matches. And I've always usually put on good fights. So I think with this one, I going over there and I beat he is the champion, and I beat him, and he's going to have no choice but to want a rematch and fight me for the belt this time.
He hasn't been super active. I'm sitting here looking at his record, and he's got some names on his resume, obviously, but I'm showing only one fight. He's only, since July of 2017, he's only fought twice. Once in November of 17, and then once of November of 18. So he's not super active. So you might have you might have that on him as far as no cage rust. Obviously, the guy's got a 50 or 42 fights on his record, so he knows what he's getting into. He's on 3-fight win streak. That was following actually a 4-fight lose streak, but as you know, none of that shit means anything when once the fights start, you get two guys in there. I know he's a banger, so this is a fight up your alley right here.
Right, and this is the first time in my career where I'm coming off of three back-to-back losses, and one of those, I mean, my knee popped out my last fight. Where we're just totally hyperextended right in the middle of the matchup, right when I had the guy won, So one of those freak accidents. But I know for me, I'm looking forward to just going in and letting it loose. And I think I got a lot of advantages on this fight with him. I mean, I know he is a banger. He thinks he is, but he is. But I just got to be more smooth. And I think I'm a lot faster and a lot more. I move better, So I just got to set things up and get out of my own head. And when one of these fights, the last time I was telling you guys, even with the last fight, I kind of just, I don't know, everything went well. I think a lot of what I'm dealing with personally was because of a lot of that last fight camp where our partners and everything, ex-wife, whatever, just would constantly just put your mind in different places where when you're in there and in the fight, you can't be doing that kind of stuff. So I paid the ultimate price with taking my emotions and my personal stuff in there. So this time, I don't know, I'm just really kind of, my whole camp from the beginning, even before I took this fight, was just redemption, So I've really set out to just kind of prove to myself, what I've accomplished in this world, and more than anything in my life with my family. So I've really been excited about this camp. I've been training my ass off and running up the hills and doing things I normally don't do. And at the same time, I feel like, the world's closing in on me. So it's kind of been crazy.
So how's you mentioned your knee? I guess you're 100% now, taking the fight on 8 days notice.
Yeah. I mean, it happened initially. I like hyperextended pretty bad in that fight, and then I came home and took off a couple weeks, and then I went back at it a little too soon, where it blew up again, and But no, yeah, I'm never really 100%, but getting kind of up there in age. I'll be 37 next month. So, yeah, I feel good though. I'm really, really excited for this one. I actually probably been the leanest I've been in a while, and more muscle endurance than I've had in a long time. And Matt, the last time me and you were training together, I was kind of gradually getting down there and just really feeling good about myself more for my eating habits, my body. Like I've never really always had I've always had like a little commod bod, so where now I'm actually kind of had a little muscle tone everywhere and feels good. I've really, really been concentrating on myself a lot more than anything else. Coaching, of course, has helped out a lot, coaching all my guys and getting everybody prepared. That just makes me more of a, so you could see it, you see your own mistakes and it's easier for me to correct them by myself, but let alone, have some great coaches too that are helping me.
When before we came on air, we were talking about some of the bare knuckle boxing news, and obviously that's picked up some steam. Um, and you actually dodged a bullet with that organization that was looking at you, about 6 months ago, the one that ended up not paying anybody. So kind of dodged that. Is that something that you'd still like to do? I mean, obviously,
100%.
yeah, still big. Apparently, it came out today that Florida, who is sanctioning the Malinaji Lobov fight, which has gained a lot of momentum due to their trash talk, is telling them that they're not going to sanction it unless they wear boxing gloves. So, they're going to hold a bare knuckle. Apparently, they're going to hold a bare knuckle boxing event where everybody's wearing boxing gloves. So I'm not sure how that's going to go or if it's going to crush that organization. But yeah, it
So what
seems to
happened
be.
to Wyoming? What happened with Wyoming with the bare knuckle? I mean, I know they were trying to expand that initial bare knuckle fighting, and the one that I was with, I can't remember what is it, bare knuckle world, whatever. I was dealing with one guy, and the guy that I was dealing with, he promised me the world and everything else, and that. So when what he didn't realize is I've dealt with a lot of different people. So when hearing so many promoters you get promising you the world, and a lot of these upper promoters in Bellator and UFC, they're straight across the board. They're not going to bullshit you. They're going to just tell you straight up, even though they lowball you and they don't give a shit about you. At least you know what you're getting yourself into. And I think these other promotions, they really try to get a lot of us veterans or a lot of us guys who have our name or had been around in the MMA. They promised us the world, thinking that we're going to go and make some money finally, because a lot of us, we get lowballed by the promoters who do the MMA. So when we hear like a bare knuckle boxing paying so much money, of course, anybody's going to jump at it. And I know that's something I definitely 100% want to pursue after this fight. I'm open for any kind of, all you promoters, I'm open to kickboxing, boxing, whatever, any kind of combat sport you want to do. I'll do it, 2-on-1, whatever they want to do. I'm down to do it. For me, I enjoy the fighting aspect and the challenges of a lot of these things that they're doing. I know there was that one promotion over in Russia that they're doing like 8-on-8 or 4-on-4.
Yeah,
So
I saw that.
I 100% would like to get something like that. That reminds me of the prison yard, and I would 100% be running full, just drop kicking fools. And but the bare knuckle, there's a lot of matchups in that promotion that I definitely like. Tony Lopez, Joey Beltran, the guy who beat Joe. There's a lot of guys. I mean, boxing is one of my favorite things that I've always done and had pride in was my hands. So I'm 100% take any of them on.
Man, you got that arena MMA, the multiple like 8-on-8.
Yeah.
I think we need a team res dog. Bring some of
Right?
your boys. Take some of your boys out to Russia
Yeah.
and have a 6-man or an 8-man team. That sounds
We
quite
might not end up
entertaining.
coming home, though. I'll tell you that much. We might not end up getting killed over there. That looks so. Did you see? There was one too where they're they're using like combats like wood sticks and wood swords and stuff. And for me, that any kind of combat sport is going to be challenging for sure to get it off the ground. Like just like these bare knuckle, these things they keep on running into. All of a sudden, why the gloves? I mean, I know Florida's trying to. I don't know. To me, it's just these commissions and the people that are involved. They need to step up. They need to step up and for sure look at the health of stuff of the fighters. But at the same time, if it's there and they're doing it, this is what their 5th, 6th show already. What's wrong with it? I mean, this guy was a professional boxer, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the Lobov guy's got a chance against him. I mean, I know he hits like a truck, but that Malinati guy's he's a professional boxer. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
Even though he's got a mouthpiece, he needs to be busted. I mean, I don't know. I think Conor McGregor definitely turned. I don't know. For me, I'm not a big shit talker. I don't like to run my mouth to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
You talk shit to me, you better be ready right then and there. Because just like I liked Jorge Masvidal and what he did when that guy was that was amazing. That's exactly how I get down. You want to bump your gums? Let's get it right now. So the whole Conor McGregor running his mouth, talking shit about everybody and everything. Now everybody's trying to do is calling people out. It just makes our bad. We're supposed to be professionals, and outside the ring can carry ourselves as one. So when we're talking shit on each other, putting each other down, I mean, what does that make us look like inside the ring and just outside of the ring? Same thing, you know?
Yeah, and plus you don't want to fight for free either. I mean, you guys are professional fighters. I mean, you got to set the example of your skill set and not give it up for free for anybody. You know.
And the promoters know, like, there's enough to sell the fight without all that drama. And like, I mean, not like, I mean, look at Habib and them. They're bringing in families, are bringing. I mean, you talk about religion, family, all that stuff. That's crossing the line, no matter what, you know. To where if any of my family you do something like that, they'll get you before I do. You know.
So you talked about your gym and we joked about doing the Team Res Dog, but are there any I mean, with coaching and everything at your gym? Is there anybody fighting anywhere that you train that we should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, I got a couple guys actually. I got one of my guys, Josh Bird. He's I think with 4-1 now. He's going to be fighting up here in Ontario. I think it's Lorenz Larkin show actually. Gosh dang, I can't even think of the name of the promotion. He's going to be fighting.
Is that Inland Fight Nights or Inland Empire Fight Night?
Inland Fight Night. He'll be on that card. The one next month. It's July 20th, I think. And then I have my youngster, my nephew Arthur Bosco. He's going to be fighting here at Pachanga on the Battle of Badges. You know, he's going to be doing a kickboxing match. I got another guy, Carlos Munoz Jr. He's 2-1 right now. He's all amateur so far right now. My pro guys, Hector. He's I think 5-7, 5-6. I've been trying to get him to turn around. He took a lot of bad matchups at a young age, but yeah, man, a lot of them are really coming up. I got 4 or 5 kids that are just amazing, and I had 2 of them do a little smokers tournament with these other gyms in boxing, and we came out undefeated. So my specialty's always been striking, so being able to coach it and see some of these killer instincts in these boys and a lot of these young men, man, it's been driving me. I love it. You know what I mean? It gets me fired up and seeing that they're really turning out, you know, sparring and everything that we've been doing in the drills, all this stuff, it's really starting to work. So they're coming together. I'm really nervous for my nephew, Arthur. You know, he's been with me the longest out of everybody and besides my own kids. So for him, he's, you know, 6'1", 130 pounds. So I'm like, oh God. But Matt will contest his kid's all bones and you throw anything at him and he checks you or blocks it, you're gonna be hurt.
Yeah, he put my foot in a sling for a little while.
I still have that picture, dude, and I'm telling you, like, I don't know how the heck you everybody's like, you are the worst poker face ever, Virgil. You know, you coach you. I try to tell Matt, like, oh, you're all right, and I looked over and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, his nephew checked to kick and top of my foot hit his kneecap and foot blew up like a, you know, looked like I had a softball.
Like a water balloon on top of a foot.
Yeah,
wow.
So it was pretty hardcore, but it was actually kind of entertaining. I mean, it didn't hurt very bad, so it was a relief, and it was nothing crazy. But well, you still there, Virgil?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
No problem. I think that's about it, man. I just want to wish you well on your travels. Obviously, if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out to the show or me personally if I can help. But I mean, make it happen. I'll be trying to share your link for your fight when that gets closer to time. And, you know,
hello. I appreciate, like I said, you know, what you guys do for a lot of us fighters, the fighters that are well known. I mean, just being a part of it, not even just fans, but just being a media part of it, where we get to have an outlet to tell our story or tell whatever's going on in our life. It's always a great thing, man. So I always appreciate you guys anytime you need, you know, anything like that. I'm all for it. So anything to help out my brothers build their stuff up too, I really, really admire that. And I want to, you know, give a big thanks to all the people that have been helping me and supporting me these last few months that I've been going through my stuff. You know, a lot of real good people that I've you know, that I didn't really think that were going to be there that are there. So I've read, you know, all of them a lot. So I'm going to let my heart out on the line in this fight and go in there and fight like I've never fought before again, you know, and God willing, I'll come out victorious on this one.
When is it? Just before you go, to let us know when is it, and if you know how we can watch.
So I know there's going to be a pay-per-view link that you could get. I mean, I know that you could be watching on pay-per-view, and I heard something about the UFC Fight Pass. I'm not too sure about that, though. I don't know anything about that. But it's OktagonMMA.com, I think it is, or something, and it's June 8th. I want to say it'll be like 2 o'clock here, 4 o'clock here. I'm not too sure how the time. I know we're 12 hours difference over there. So yeah, June 8th, man, a couple weeks away. I leave on the 4th, 30th, or something like that. I leave on the 30th, and I'm excited, man. Like I said, they're gonna go to a couple countries and get over there and go put on a big show. It's gonna be a huge, huge show. I think there's like 30,000 people that are gonna be there. Um, he's the big star over there. So I'm really excited to just go over there, let it loose, and fight for my kids, and hopefully God's on my side and knows that I'm not doing nothing bad, to where I get to go in there and become victorious in the ring and outside the ring.
Well, we'll be cheering for you, and my little museum here wouldn't mind any Eastern Bloc MMA memorabilia. So if you come across these shirts or posters, I'd be happy to reimburse you for anything that you're able to come across.
No, for sure, brother. I actually got some stuff for you too. A couple of things that I got from Siberia or Havadas. So I say Siberia, but it's really right there. But yeah, I'm hoping I got another thing in the works right now that we're waiting for to get confirmed. So this guy's already booked another fight. So I hope I get to be the spoiler, and before he gets to sign that contract with this other guy he wants to try to fight in November, that he has to face me again.
All right, cool.
Awesome, man. We'll travel safe, and we'll be happy to hear from you after your event. And obviously, we'll be rooting for you.
100%, man. Thank you guys so much, and let's go, Team ResDog. Thank you guys again, and God bless you, and you guys have a great evening.
All right, you too, man. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. So
yeah, obviously he's got